Anthony Hartwig back in Boardman. It's Spirit Week in Boardman. That means we have to talk to some cheerleaders, and they are the front runners of the spirit of Boardman athletics. And we're joined by senior cheerleader Bailey Elizer. Bailey, thank you so much for coming on talking to us for a little bit.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's jump off talking about Spirit Week. Let's talk about what it's like to kind of be in charge of it as cheerleaders and to be kind of the front runners of what's going on in the school and keeping school spirit at an all time high.
It's really great. Um, it gets a little nerve-wracking sometimes to be like at the forefront of pretty much everything between football season and later basketball season, but I really love doing it, and it really is an outlet to like show out creativity and all that. So that's why I enjoy it.
Yeah, one of the things I don't think people talk about enough with cheerleaders is how much kind of pressure it can be a little bit sometimes to always be the ones that everyone's looking for school spirit and that positive attitude. I'm sure there are days when you don't feel so chipper or you're not like the happiest person in the world. How do you always kind of stay up for your students and for your athletes when you know that you're kind of being dependent on to be that cheerful person and that cheerful kind of mindset?
Yeah, you kind of just have to put on a show. Like, there are sometimes really bad games where things aren't going great. Um, you kind of just have to smile because everyone's relying on you to keep the energy up and all that. So we're always told to smile till it hurts. So yeah.
Do you look at it that way when you put on that cheer uniform, it's almost like you're a different person and whatever is going on in your life or whatever you're dealing with stress wise, it goes away when you put on that uniform and you have to be like kind of Bailey the cheerleader instead of Bailey the person.
Yeah, sorta. I mean, when I put on the uniform, I know now it's time to just forget about everything
Mhm.
and just do what you got to do.
Talk about putting on this uniform, and you've been putting it on for 4 years, what it means to you to be able to represent this school the way you do. I mean, you guys wear the big Boardman across the chest, so you get to represent them no matter where you go, no matter who you're cheering on, whether it be the basketball team or the football team. What's it like to represent Boardman and to be able to represent the school?
It's a really big privilege, honestly, because um, here, we're obviously the biggest, leaders in our community. So when we put on that uniform, um, it's like everything just kind of falls into place for you. And yeah, pretty much. It's just kind of who I am.
Right. As a senior, this is your last go around putting on that uniform. What's that been like dealing with all the emotions that senior year brings?
I'm an emotional person, so it's been I've tried not to cry a lot, but we went to our cheer camp recently, and we got first place overall for our routine there, and that's when everything just like kind of um like hit me that it was like my last time doing all of it.
Mm.
And it's just kind of always been there for me. So it's sort of hard.
So see, it has hit you. The reality has hit that you're a
Yeah.
senior. Some people we talk to and they say it doesn't hit until like their last time when they put away that uniform for the last time. You, it's already there. So what's it like kind of trying to also balance those emotions with just trying to treasure the year and know that it's the last go round and it's your last chance to get the most out of it that you can.
Yeah, I've really tried to be like in the moment. Like at every game, we have our last home game coming up. So I'm really just trying to be, in the moment to really know what I'm experiencing and feel it.
What sports season do you like better? Do you like cheering at basketball games or football?
I, nothing beats football season, really. Nothing beats it. Yeah.
Even when it's cold out?
Yeah. Yeah. 'Cause basketball, we have multiple games a week,
Right.
and that's just a whole different level of tiring.
That's very true. What are some of your favorite cheers that you have that you guys lead the crowd in?
Spartan Rumble is always the biggest one. Everyone loves that. Um, here, pretty much any crowd cheer that really gets especially the student section involved because they're so great in like keeping up our energy right back. Like as we're keeping them excited, they're keeping us excited. So anything that involves them.
You go back to your cheer competition this year, your cheer camp, where you said you guys got first place. So you guys are obviously pretty good at this thing. What was the hardest part about growing as a cheerleader? What do you think is the skill or the routine that you think really challenged you the most in the last 4 years to learn and to grow in and to get to where you are now?
Definitely everything we did at cheer camp. We did an overnight UCA camp, which was the first time we've ever done anything like that. And it is quite literally cheering all day for 4 days straight. I've never cheered that long. It was so tiring, but you also learned so much. We learned how to stunt and everything. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Pretty much I learned from that how to just like really push through because before I knew how to push through games with a smile, but then I pushed like learn how to push through when like I'm not feeling it. Pretty much.
You had to smile till it hurt for four
Yeah.
straight days. That ain't
Yep.
right. Um, let's talk about you as a freshman compared to you now as a senior. What do you think are the biggest changes in you, not just as a cheerleader, but also just as a person?
The biggest changes now are that um I know all the material now. I'm not like as scared as I was as a freshman to like put myself out there. And yeah, I pretty much just know everything now that I didn't know back then.
Now let's when you were a freshman, and you said you were kind of scared, you didn't know everything. I'm sure there were cheerleaders that were older that took you under their wing and kind of made you feel more comfortable as you went on. Who were some of those girls that you're trying to kind of emulate now in your taking care of the underclassmen that are coming on this cheer squad now?
Um, all the seniors from previous years, last year's captains, Gina Safera and Emily Yurko, they kind of took me under their wing fresh in freshman year. Um, and they kind of made me feel comfortable.
Let's talk about you in the classroom. You have a great GPA 3.9 right now in your senior year. What's it been like to just work your tail off for that GPA? How proud are you of a 3.9?
Um, I'm pretty proud of myself. School's always just kind of been the easy part for me. So, um, I've just kind of been doing my thing and then after school, just cheer.
Let's talk about this. Wait a minute. Time out. The easy part. School's easy. What was the most challenging class for you?
uh,
Was there a challenging class?
Worst class was Algebra 2 last year for me. I had a 4.0. I had a 4.0. That took it away, but it's fine. I got over it.
No shaded algebra 2. It's okay. 3.9, not nothing to turn your nose up at. That's going to get you into a lot of doors, right? So when you say I don't want to say easy, I don't want to say because I don't want to throw shade at teachers, but what was the class that kind of came the most natural to you?
um, I like to say like all my history classes.
Mhm.
I kind of I'm a history nerd. I like that sort of thing. So like just learning about, you know, past people in our country and in the world has always just been interesting to me. So
do
that's been
you
easy.
have do you have a favorite kind of era of history, kind of like a spot that when it's that time to learn about it in class, you're like, yes, let's go.
Um, I think like the Greeks and Romans
Mm.
kind of era is always fun.
If we gave you a time machine, is that where you go back to, or do you think there's another part in history that you'd want to go back and see?
I don't think I'd go back there. Um, Here, I think I'd probably go back to like fresh after the Great Depression when America was like really rebuilding up. That sounds like a great era to be living in.
All right. I'm not trying to put you on the spot with all these historical questions, but I got one more. If you could kind of sit down with one historical figure that you learn about in history class, maybe pick their brain or ask them questions about how they got to where they are, who would you want to kind of sit down with?
Hmm. I've never thought about that. Wow. Um, Probably just any president. I think they're all pretty interesting.
We,
Um, mm,
we ask the hard hitting questions here on Player Profile. Do you,
yeah.
yeah. So what would you ask? What's some things you want to know, like about the presidency, about being in that spot?
Like, what's the hardest? Like, what's it really like? You know, because everybody loves to like blame
Hmm.
presidents for
Right.
everything. I just want to know what's it like.
Give us a peek behind the curtain a little
Yeah.
bit. Let's have a peek behind the curtain a little bit of you and your daily life. Like, what are some things that you're interested in that go beyond cheerleading and school? What are some of your hobbies? Some of the things that you do in your downtime?
In my downtime, I like to cook. Um, I pretty often just like cook for my entire family, and they pretty much don't eat unless I'm making it.
Wow.
Um, I like I like listening to music. I can't play any instruments, but it's fun to listen to and pick out certain things that I like. And yeah.
What's your go-to meal? What's the best dish you're best at cooking?
Oh, pasta.
Mm.
Pasta's the best.
If we asked your family that, would they say that your pasta is the best too, you think?
100% they would.
Do you also like bake? Are you like the team baker when you need desserts and stuff, or do you just cook normal food?
Yeah. I do bake a little bit. I'm not like the team baker. Usually like the cheer moms
All
will
right.
take care of cooking for everybody, but that's what I like to do, you know?
What cheer mom brings the best snacks, whether they're baked or whether they're kind of something else? What cheer mom do you think has like the best bag of snacks?
I have to give it to Gianna Miko's mom. She's always like prepared for everything. It feels like, anything you need, she definitely has it.
I want to go back also to listening to music. What are some of your genre tastes? What's your playlist look like?
um, Pretty much, I listen to anything, but I'm a big Beyonce
Mhm.
person. She's like definitely all over my hype up playlist before games. Literally anything by her, I can get behind.
If we take you to karaoke night, what's gonna be the song you write in that you sing for karaoke night?
um, I think Teenage Dirtbag. I
Okay.
think that's a
Don't
good
worry, we're not gonna make you do
one.
it here. We don't have the funds
Oh,
to pay
good,
for the copy. We don't have the funds to pay for the copyright for the songs anyway.
good,
Um,
good.
let's talk about your future after high school. You're gonna graduate here soon. What are some of the things you're looking forward to life after high school?
I'm looking forward to college and making my own schedule, so I don't have to be up this early all the time, hopefully, and just really focusing in on what I'm interested in instead of having, 5 classes a day on different things.
Do you have a school picked out yet?
I'm planning on going to YSU. I like
Mhm.
being closer to home, so that's perfect for
If you're not
me.
an early bird, do not take the 8 a.m. planetarium astronomy class. Bad
Oh my
idea. It's
gosh.
a dark room,
Yeah.
comfortable chairs, nap time instantly. So that's your tip of the day from Anthony when you're going to YSU. What are some career paths you want to take yourself into?
I plan on going into marketing or like communications, that sort of thing.
Is there like a dream job or like a career that you want to be in, or do you just want to take that major and see where it takes you?
I just want to see where it takes me, pretty much. Yeah.
All right. One of the last things we do with these player profiles is we like to give the player the chance to take the limelight off themselves a little bit and talk about the people in their life that are there for them, that support them. So I want to give you the time to give your thank yous and your shout outs out to the people that you think deserve them.
hmm Definitely my parents. They come to every single game, and my other two sisters, they're supportive too, but they're softball players. So my parents, God bless them, they like sit and watch me cheer all the time when and then, during weekends they go to softball tournaments for my sisters. So they're like the biggest MVPs. Um I want to thank my sisters too. They're like my best friends. And pretty much all of my family, they're all very supportive of me. And I want to thank my teammates. They're great too.
Bailey, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We appreciate your time. We appreciate you talking about your career at Boardman. We wish you the best of luck the rest of your senior year, and we can't wait to talk to you again real soon.
All right, thank you.